Hey guys, welcome back to the BuzWeaver channel. We have some breaking news out of NBC News. Colorado Supreme Court kicks Trump off the state's 2024 primary ballot for violating the U.S. Constitution. Now, here's the thing that irritates me beyond belief because the title is misleading. It is not a mystery that the establishment media does this for clicks, for views, for the attention, and it's irresponsible because it is misinformation and disinformation retrospectively. Because if I were to title a video similar to this about Joe Biden, then they would say, oh, this is misinformation and disinformation. And I'm going to prove it to you by their own words. In a bombshell decision, Colorado Supreme Court on Tuesday ruled that former President Donald Trump's candidacy in the state's primary next year is prohibited on constitutional grounds. Really, where's the ruling? Who has determined that Donald Trump has violated the Constitution under the 14th Amendment? Where has that happened? Where is the trial? Where is the conviction? The first of its kind ruling stems from a lawsuit that focused on little-known provisions of the 14th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. Similar challenges in other states have proven unsuccessful. This will too, because he's not been found in violation of this, what do they call it, little-known ruling. And this is what we talk about here on the BuzWeaver channel, how the media intentionally keeps information from people. Their job is not to come out and distinctly and in detail explain the issue, either from both sides or from a objective side. What they've done here on NBC is they have taken a headline and a title to get clicks and views. A majority of the court holds that President Trump is disqualified from holding the office of president under Section 13 of the 14th Amendment of the United States Constitution, the Colorado ruling said. Because he is disqualified, it would be a wrongful act under the election code for the Colorado Secretary of State to list him as a candidate as a presidential primary ballot. Why? He's not been convicted. The man has no conviction. Where is the trial? Where is the conviction? Where is the outcome? Where is due process? This is what I'm trying to explain to everyone. Donald Trump has the right as a human being in the United States to due process. He has not had a trial that says that he has violated the Constitution. Now, of course, we all know about January 6th. That could potentially go to the Supreme Court. If the Supreme Court rules on it, there could be any number of factors. But here's exactly what I'm trying to tell you. The court put its decision on hold until January 4th. So nothing has happened. Nothing has transpired. This just makes for a wonderful headline for NBC News. For all its ilk, for everybody on the left, for all the Trump detractors, this is a beautiful, wonderful headline that isn't going to go anywhere. And this is just despicable, disgusting, irresponsible, and reprehensible behavior that the media engages in and laughs in your face about it. Really, they just laugh in everyone's face. So they're going to hold until January 4th to allow for further appeals. Of course it's going to be appealed. The man has not been convicted of anything. It's also said that if the matter is pursued before the U.S. Supreme Court before that date, the pause will remain in effect during that time. So if the Supreme Court rules on this and says that Donald Trump is immune for what happened in January 6th, for example, and I'm talking in very general terms here because there's a lot of legalese that's going to be going on here. This is a play, the desperate play of the establishment uniparty, the left, the Democrats in Colorado. It's despicable, it's disgusting, and it's all for play on their part. They realize that Donald Trump is leading. They realize that Donald Trump is succeeding. But I have always told everyone here on the channel, these people in the establishment, the Democrats, the left, all of them coordinate these things together. They are going to be dropping these bombshells that I keep telling everybody about. And here is one of them. But as I said, the title of this article is misleading because they put the decision off until January 4th or until the Supreme, or in case the Supreme Court rules that Donald Trump is immune. We can hope for that immunity, but the problem with, even with that immunity, it's a two-edged sword, right? So Smith is a sleazebag weasel attorney who knows how the law works. And he's always going to go for a two-edged approach because even, let's say, for example, if Donald Trump is found, has an immunity from January 6th, as we already talked about here, the Senate already ruled that he was not, or he did not incite the insurrection, as it were, or the activities that happened there. They've already ruled on it. That was the Senate, and we've talked about that many times here from NBC themselves, ironically enough. The problem is, how will this impact future presidents, right? When situations like this that can happen, where a president is involved in some situation, which usually they're protected at certain levels, like they're not going to be able to go out and do particular things that could potentially get them in trouble, for example, you know what I mean? So that ruling from the Supreme Court has paused this decision as well. I think it's irresponsible. Because you think about the people, you think about a small YouTuber like me, when I have to compete against the mainstream media, legacy media, and all these outlets that YouTube prioritizes before me. I mean, if you did a search on this topic right now, you would probably never even see a regular YouTuber for the first maybe 20 to 50 searches that you do in the line of searches, because it's all going to be legacy media. Unsurprisingly, the all-Democrat appointed Colorado Supreme Court, oh, really interesting, has ruled against President Trump, supporting a Soros-funded left-wing group's scheme to interfere in an election on behalf of crooked Joe Biden by removing President Trump's name from the ballot and eliminating the rights of Colorado voters to vote for the candidate of their choice, Chung said in a statement. This is also something else that the media and the Democrats fail intentionally, willfully to mention, and that is voting belongs to the people. Voting belongs to the people, not the parties, not the government, not the president, not the campaigns, the people. So this is an intentional act by Democrats and many on the left who scream fascism, and many on the left that scream dictatorship, and many on the left that scream, with the recent statement that Trump made in a being sarcastic about being a dictator for one day. See, they can take all that information about Trump, synthesize it down into their narrative, into their interpretation, and their definition. This is irresponsible. And the media can get away with it because they can go in and say, oh, but we said it's on hold. No, but the whole purpose, the whole action here is to create a reaction, to create a knee-jerk reaction, so that when the truth comes out, right, people are going to read this title and they're going to go, oh my gosh, and then it's probably as far as they're going to go. Their attention span is so small that they're not going to read into the article up to this point, which is essentially what, the fourth paragraph? The courts put its decision on hold until January 4th to allow for further appeals. It's also said that if the matter is pursued before the Supreme Court before that date, the pause will remain in effect during that time. It's absolutely astounding. The amount of effort that's going into removing Donald Trump, to disqualify him, to turn him into a one-dimensional villain is absolutely astounding. I keep emphasizing to everyone right now, especially all those out there that are super excited about how much Trump is leading in so many states. The left and the establishment have not given up. They have not stopped. They will use these tactics. They will use these legal procedures and lawfare to absolutely hem up Donald Trump, to make headlines like this so people will believe that his name will be removed from the ballot. It's absolutely irresponsible, and it's disgusting. And I wanted to point this out to you guys because I know this is going to be a huge topic across social media. People are going to misunderstand what's happening because they're not going to read the full article. Then people will make corrections about what it actually means, and then it's not going to mean anything because all the Trump detractors are going to hook onto this particular title. Absolutely absurd. I'd like to get your thoughts down in the comments below on what you think. What further nonsense are we going to continue to see into 2024? It's going to get wild. Nonetheless, guys, I want to thank all of you across New Tech as well as here on YouTube. That would be the channel icon appearing there on the screen for you guys to subscribe and to select notifications so you'll know when there's content here on the channel. And I'll see all you guys in the next video.